Girls flag football.
Girls flag football. Girls flag football.
What's going on, neighborhood watch and TMTP family? Welcome back to another episode here on the Main Thing Podcast Presents. It's your bull, Mr. Owns, and after further review, the call stands. I'm still official with no stripes. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, again, welcome back to another episode here on the Main Thing Podcast Presents. If you've been rocking with the channel and been following along, you already know how the Main Thing Podcast Presents feels about girls and women's flag football. Today, Mr. Owns, me right here, has a special treat for you all. We're reacting to Japan versus Austria in a women's third place game in the IFAF World Flag Championships in 2024. Now, this event was hosted in Finland, so shout out to Finland for joining in with this wave that is happening with girls and women's flag football. Now, look, before we get into this delightful treat that we're going to react to our loyal supporters, y'all already know it's all love. Thank you for y'all continued support. Y'all know that none of this is happening without the support from y'all. And to our new supporters, welcome to the community and our family. Let's continue to do our part as a community and a family. Continue to please like the videos. It does help with the visibility in the algorithm. Disrespect that comment section, share and subscribe to the community and our content. And last but not least, don't forget to do this, because you know me and Big Hus will remind you, make sure to turn on them noties, aka the notifications, and keep your ears and eyes peeled to the streets like your local neighborhood watch, so you don't miss when me and Big Hus drop this pressure on y'all. But before we get into this video, y'all already know we got one more thing left to do. And what's that, Mr. Owns? You've been talking this whole time. We're ready to get into the reaction. Hold on. Be patient with me. Look, y'all know we got to get into formation, but I ain't talking about the Beyonce formation. Hey, Beehive, look, I already know how y'all feel about Beyonce. Look, I love Beyonce too. So look, the Main Thing Podcast Presents, we ain't trying to get canceled or try to beef with y'all. We trying to buy in with y'all. But right now, we got to do this TMTP formation real quick. White 80, white set. Hey, let's get active. We got Japan, toss to number 7, fake handoff. Number 7 with a 15, 20-yard gain. Oh, great play to start off this ball game. Go back. There you go. Direct snap under center. Number 7 tosses it. Number 10, I'm sorry, tosses it to number 7. Number 7 does the fake handoff. It's almost like a RPO. It's an extension of a RPO, a run pass option here in football. But that is a great play to start off on first down, to get that chunk play to start this game off right. We got number 10 backing up in the pocket, going up top. Do we got it with the heady mind explosion? Oh my gosh, we got one in the corner of the end zone on the corner route. Number 10 to number 7. Darties, we see you. She says she's somewhere down there. Oh, I'm gonna find her. Look at this. Number 10 with the proper mechanics at quarterback. Air it out. I see you. Look at that. Ooh, we follow the cursor, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. We got a tie down. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points on the board for Japan over Austria. And now we have an extra point attempt following right now. Let's see if Japan can go up 7-0. We have a direct pitch to number 22. Back to number 9, back to number 10. Oh my gosh, they're playing hot potato out here. I didn't know that it was a game of hot potato, but look, Japan is running circles right now on Austria with all these trick plays and window dressing and motions that got to keep the defender's eyes disciplined. You see a direct snap from the center to 22 coming on a motion. 22 fakes it to the running back here, proceeds to hand it off. So now they create an option look right here. They're stressing the defense well right now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. Pitches is out to number 10. Now, number 10 has a few options here, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. Let me break it down with the progress that she's looking in. And what I mean by progress is the progressions going through her routes. So she sees 2 of her receivers here in the end zone, follow the cursor, see 2 of the receivers here in the end zone. So now that's option 1 and option 2 right here. If she doesn't like this option, she has her option right here for her third option. If she doesn't like any 3 of these options right here, number 10 being number 10 from Japan, the quarterback, then she has her check down and her safety valve receiver right here. But instead of looking at these last 2 options, she found the option that she likes in the end zone, and that converted into an extra point. So now we got 7-0. Snag'ems over top, all hands catch. I love to see it. Japan's coming out strong and starting out strong. Austria on offense, going down the sideline with the heady. No, we have an incomplete pass. Great job by number 21 on the sideline. Let's look. So we have number 21 right here. You can tell by how she opens up there in a zone concept. So she opens up her hips, has her back to the receiver, and she's watching the quarterback. She's reading the quarterback right now. But y'all see right now how she gains ground and she goes over to the receiver to get closer to the receiver, because look at this, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. You see how not only is she a defender herself, but what you're taught as a defensive back, and especially as a cornerback, you want to use the sideline as an aid. You want to use it as your friend. So the sideline is also a defender. And in this case, if you look, 21 does a great job of getting her hands on the receiver and being physical with the receiver and being able to locate the football. And watch this. Now, if y'all see, follow the cursor, Austria's receiver is about 1 to 2 yards out of bounds. So even if she catches the football, what is that going to convert into? Incomplete. But let's follow it through. Look at this. Great job by number 21. Still playing through the hands. Incomplete pass. But look how far the Austria receiver was inbounds. And then by the time the ball got to her, she's darn near the field markers. So great job by number 21, being able to read the quarterback, play the ball, and play her receiver. Here we go. Austria's back on offense. Here we go. Short dump over the middle. Quick game to number 1 for a short gain. We got number 10 looking straight down the middle. Ball pops up in the air. Oh my gosh. Great job. Number 4 just bagged her own player. She said, look, I got to go get the ball. If you're not going to go get it, make sure I go get it. But look at this. Great focus and concentration on this. So the quarterback is looking at number 6 right here, who comes, she runs and runs basically a deep square in. So here she goes, runs a square in. Ball, y'all see it right here, pops off. So now we have what is called a tip drill. Once the ball hits off of a receiver or a defender's hand, it's called a tip drill. So she tips the ball up high in the air. But look at this receiver right here on Austria, tracking the ball, keeping the concentration and high pointing, going to go attack that football. She does an amazing job. Instead of waiting for the football to come down to her to catch it, she goes up top to catch it, because if she waited for the ball to come down even more, number 6 on her team had potentially can knock the ball out because they both would have collided. But number 4 does a great job of going up and going to grab that football out of the air. And here we go. Tau Dow, Austria, 7-6. So now we have an Austria on an extra point, scrambling out, throwing out. Oh, I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. Great extra point play. So now we have 7-7. Japan and Austria are tied. So we have a direct snap to 22. 22 hands it back to 10. 22 said, look, I ain't throwing it to nobody. Oh, she almost put you on a half spin cycle. I didn't know it was Sunday yet. She almost had some laundry that was due. Number 10, looking down the middle to number 22. Great pass and catch from Japan. We had 13-7. Going for the extra point, have one in the back of the end zone to number 7. Oh my gosh, great play. Look at this, y'all. Y'all see right here, number 7 does a great job of slow playing her route, making sure that the defenders were confused. You see how deep Austria's defender is in the end zone? That's easy work. That's easy pitch and catch right here. It's like running routes on the air. You see, now all the quarterback for Japan has to do is throw it towards the back pylon. She already has number 7 winning on the route. Throw it. There we go. Splits both defenders. And there we go. We got 14-7. Japan over Austria. This is shaping up to be a dandy, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. Austria is here back on offense, looking down the middle of the field. Great dive and catch by number 6. Great ball placement by the quarterback. Going for a square and again to number 4. Austria seems like they're using the middle of the field to do their work against Japan. Here we go. Another quick turnaround to number 6 for about a 4 or 5 yard gain. Quick pass to the left sideline. Gets in there. Austria 14-13 gets into the end zone. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, we got number 10 scrambling out to the left and throws an incomplete pass. Number 1 was looking for a pass interference. Got Japan back on offense. Number 9 looking for 22. Hold on real quick. Shout out to Mexico with the Mexican flag in the back. Y'all already know my amigos, amigas down there. Shout out to Mexico because, look, y'all know how I feel about the Mexican girls and women's national flag football team. They be doing their big one for real. But, again, shout out to Mexico for all the love for TMTP. We give all the love here at the Main Thing Podcast presents back to Mexico. But I had to interrupt this game really quickly to holler at them and to give them a shout out back. But now back to regularly scheduled program. We got Japan versus Austria, 14-13, Japan on top. 22 going in motion, gets the handoff, throws it to 2, incomplete pass. The ball was a little bit behind her intended target. We have Austria back on offense, going to the crosser to number 1 for about a 2-3 yard gain. Oh, that was smart. Oh, my. That was smart. I've never seen that since covering girls flag football and doing reactions. Y'all saw that how Japan, watch this. Y'all see how far Japan is back. They're about 5 yards from the ball. And what Austria did was, okay, if you're going to sit back and play 5-6 yards off, we're going to take what the defense is giving us. So instead of trying to run a route, and there is 4th and mid right here, so they just have to get past the 25 yard line. Instead of running the routes and risking the 4th down on an incomplete pass, why don't you just have a receiver step 1 yard in front of the first down marker and just hand the football off? That is some smart football right there. I like to see it. I love to see it. Look at this. I love to see that. That's the easiest first down that I think I've ever seen in my life. Here we go. Number 10 dropping back, going down the middle of the field again. I'm telling y'all, they're using the middle of the field to get into Japan's defense. They're finding a mismatch in the middle of the field. Here we go. 16 against the crosser. Here we go with a flag because of the belt pull. So now we have Austria 1 yard away from the end zone. Number 10 scrambling out and throws the ball, kills the ball because she didn't like what she saw there. She has 16 right now. She instead goes to 6 for the Dow. It is 19-14. Austria going for the 1 point extra point. Run it. I wish number 10 just ran it. I guess she doesn't trust her wheels. Like I used to tell my mom back in the day, I turned on the Jets. You feel me? Mr. Owens used to turn on the Jets real quick. You gotta get out of jamming. You gotta get out of the situation real quick. You gotta get up out of there. You see what I'm saying? Had the defender coming screaming downhill. So she saw that, did a great job to initially avoid number 14 on the pressure. But look, you have all this green grass and opportunity in front of your face right here. She could have just ran that in. All this green grass and opportunity right there. I wish that she would have tucked it and ran to get that extra point. But she probably didn't think that she can get there in enough time and just throws the ball and sells it out of bounds. So extra point is non-successful. We have 19-14 Austria over Japan. Let's see if Japan can come down, sustain a drive, or just say, let's go for it all. Oh, we got a deep corner route to number 7. Great pass. Look at that, number 7's right there. Look at that. Wow. My man said, hey, I love the international commentators, man. They get me excited. It's always a good time when they're commentating. So we got a direct snap to 22. 22 passes it back to 10. 10 fakes the handoff to 22, rolls out, throws it back to 20. Oh, my gosh. And hold on, that could have almost been a pass interference, could it? Let's see. Japan be out here playing straight backyard football for real. I like this stuff. You could tell that they've been playing together for a long time because it's like you know where they're going to be. I know where my teammate is going to be because they've been playing for so long. Look at this. Almost looked like a passing. She grabbed her belt or grabbed her flag. Yeah, she grabbed it. TMTP reviews. Y'all already know. Look. We go under the hood. We go under the hood like we NFL refs over here. Like we official with the stripes. But of course, I'm official with no stripes. But that does, if my eyes ain't lying, like Mari said, the lie detector test determines you are telling the truth. That is a pass interference. So Austria got away with one right there. So we have Austria back on offense, looking to add to their lead right down the middle again to number 4. Austria has made a living. They've been paying rent in the middle of the field. The rent is due. Like a special QB says, the rent is due. You know? Yeah, no. We got number 10 throwing it out to number 12. Number 12, you got to take off now. Oh, what did Shakira say? My hips don't lie. Oh, my gosh. That was right before halftime. Shakira definitely said my hips don't lie on that one. Shakira. Great job, though. 19-14 halftime. Austria over Japan. Austria coming out the second half. She has number 4 down the sideline. Oh, can she take it all the way? Yes, she can. Oh, my gosh. Great route. Great ball placement. Great touch by number 10 on Austria. Here we go. Let's look at it again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We're going to go in slow motion. Y'all already know, if y'all been watching the reactions, you know I slow play it and then I fast play it. If you catch my drift, you know, if you're picking up what I'm putting down. Here we go. So we had number 4 right here coming off the line of scrimmage. Oh, she just ran straight past her. She didn't give no double move. She didn't do nothing. The Japan defender was doing well. She was on top of the receiver as she should have been, but then she started falling behind. And the quarterback, like I said, did a great job of ball placement, putting enough air on it, enough touch on it to throw that in. Look at that. Oh, my gosh. Follow the curse, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. Threw it over her shoulder, allowing her to catch it in stride and do the rest. Get the ball in your playmaker's hands. It's simple. Put the ball in your playmaker's hands. The playmakers will do the rest. Here we go. Oh, my gosh. She took that thing and separated from number 5. In there. Austria is in there. 25-14. Austria going for the 1-point attempt. She has number 4 right away. Throws it back to the middle, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, to number 16. What I've been saying, Austria has been living in the middle of the field. We got Japan back on offense. Number 9. Oh, there we go. We got a flag for tugging on the belt. Japan going to the left sideline to number 2. Great ball, great catch, great route by Japan. We got a toss, fake handoff. Ooh, she had laundry early. She had laundry early, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. She got the Maytag in already. She said, look, I know I usually do laundry on Sunday, but not today. I got to do it early. I got some couple clothes that need to smell good. She put the Austria defender in the spin cycle. Hold on. An hour long. You got to make sure them clothes dry. Look at this. Let's start from the top. We're going to go slow and go back fast. Oh my gosh. Here we go. So under center, the Japan quarterback gets it, tosses it to number 2. Number 2 does a fake handoff to number 10. So then they have the RPO action in it as well. And look at this. She already knew she was going to take it from the beginning. Look at them. Look at number 9. Spin cycle. Spin cycle. Ooh, number 7. Get up in there then. Show off then. We're going to have to go back. So here it goes. Fast speed. Got one. Got you. Circle button. PlayStation 5. If you know, you know. Here we go. We got Japan for the extra point. Right now, number 7 said, look, I'll put y'all on my back and shoulders for real to come back in this game. That's 26-21, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. But we got Austria back on the attack on offense with a quick 3 to 4 yards. Let's see if Austria can sustain this drive and put some more points on the board. We're going to with the heady. She has a wide open receiver, and number 1 moseys on in the end zone, gives number 6 some love, gives number 4 and number 16 some love. Y'all know what it is. You got to get a quarterback some love. You got to get a quarterback some love. She got you the ball. Here we go. It was the young lady right here in the slot. I don't know. I think that was just a busted coverage, but here is the young lady that scored. I just think it was a busted coverage with Japan. And we're going to see on this next slide, if the corner is still sitting here, she should have sank. But I think she sat there and the quarterback realized it. No. The defender followed the in breaking route and left her receiver wide open. Now the safety, number 5, is trying to get over there and get her before she gets in the end zone. But to no avail. Y'all know what time it is. Austria is back on that scoreboard. 32-21, 1-point conversion for Austria. Going to the back of the end zone to number 16. There we go. 33-21. So now we have a 12.2 possession game for Austria over Japan. Great job by number 17, I believe. So here's a teaching moment, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages and youngsters. You see what I'm saying? But when the rusher comes in as a defensive lineman, anything that you are, that you're rushing the quarterback, if you cannot get to the quarterback and get a sack on the quarterback, the next best thing you can do is get your hands up in that passing lane to affect the pass and to get into the quarterback's vision. Because look, what number 17 did, she knew that she couldn't get all the way to the quarterback, but the quarterback kept inching up and making the gap closer. So now look what the Austria defender did. Just jumped up, got the ball, got her hands in the passing lane, incomplete pass. Great job from Austria's defense. We have Japan still on offense on 4th down. Going for it all. Here we go. Oh, she got the first down before the ball pops out. So big play for Japan to keep the drive alive because they're down 12 again. Like I said, 2 possession game. Look at this. Right past the yard marker that they needed on 4th and mid. She tried to make a play. Number 9 knocks the ball out, but the ball is dead at that spot. Here we go. 22 taking the ball right directly under center, pitching it to 7. Here's one of their favorite plays. Number 7 is getting busy. I like her in an open field. I love her in the open field. I do. Ooh. Oh, got one. Okay. Hit the quarter hit. She almost hit a Shakira on that sideline for real. Let's see if Japan can punch this one in. Number 10 finds number 7 again in the corner of the end zone. So now we have 33-27 with Japan going for the 1-point attempt. Ooh. Ooh. The quarterback fit that ball up in there. That was a tight window. That was a tight window to number 22. Watch this. Here we go. 22 setting her route up. And you see, I always tell you, as a defensive back, when you're playing goal line defense, always have your heels on the goal line. Do not backpedal too far in the end zone, because when you give that much distance and space in the end zone, it's easy for a receiver, just like number 22 did, was go past what you need, go past the end zone, and turn right around. Look how easy this pitch and catch was. It was a tight window, but the quarterback already had the ball out. You see, as soon as 22 turned her head, the ball is midway to her already. That is great timing from the quarterback. Look at this. Even with the Austria defender still getting her arms up in the vision of the receiver does a great job of concentrating on the football, catching it, got 2 feet in bounds, securing that catch. Come on now. It don't matter how much you try and fight to get that ball out. She got that thing in the end zone. 33-28. Austria over Japan. Austria is back on offense, going down the middle of the field again. I don't know how many times. We need some adjustments. Number 1 said, look, I ain't getting stopped. Oh my gosh. Ooh wee. Look at this. Put it right on her. Bow. Defender had the Japan defender right here had an opportunity to make the tackle, missed the tackle. Now it's a wall of Japan defenders right here. It's no reason why number 1 should have split the defense. Look at this. She over pursues, misses the tackle. Number 5. Number 21 over pursues. Number 1 over pursues. Number 40 is over pursuing. Everybody's over pursuing. Number 1 does a simple shift of the hips. She gets skinny, squeezes right through that, and said, look, nobody is denying me 6 points. I'm getting in there. I'm in there like Toys R Us back in the 90s. I'm trying to get some toys for real, for real. I'm in there, though. But we got 39-28 Austria over Japan, going for the 1-point conversion. Back to the middle of the field again. What's new? The middle of the field's been open all day for Austria versus Japan. Let's see if Japan could come down and score, close this lead up a little bit. We got a nice pass over to the left sideline to number 9 for a major, major gain. Gotta stay on it. Number 10 dropping back to the crosser to number 7. Gotta stay on the move. Oh, there we go. Back to number 22 on the left side. Number 10 is the ball placement is immaculate. Oh my gosh, yeah. I study my SATs and my ACTs. You see what I'm saying? Kind of use big words here and there sometimes. But yeah, we got number 22 going down the left sideline, but number 10 with this ball placement. Look at, only where her defender could get it. Threw it right over the outstretched arms of the Austria receiver. Ain't no way you stopping that. Number 17, you did a great job of blocking the first pass and getting your hands up in the passing lane, but not on this one. Not today, Mutombo. Here we go. Japan gets into the end zone. 40-35 Austria over Japan, right down the middle again to number 6. Japan got to do a better job of tackling. They're down 5. They need to stop here on 4th down. Oh, and a flag comes out, and it's on Austria, so it's a turnover on downs. We got Japan still alive. They have 1:39 seconds. I'm ready for a dramatic finish. Are y'all ready for a dramatic finish? Because, you know, Mr. Owens definitely is. But let's see how this game concludes. Oh, I'm excited. All right, we got number 10 can lead a game-winning drive. She goes back to number 22, her playmaker, her ace that she's been going to the whole game. 22 again with the pitch out to number 9. They just change sides of the field whenever they're doing that play. We got number 10. Here we go. 22 on the crosser. There we go. Boom. Oh, 22 getting the handoff again, back to number 7. I told they just did that a play before. If you know, you know. Look at this. I'm gonna show y'all the play. 22 gets the direct snap. She pitches it and tosses it to number 7. Then 22 goes and it turns into a RPO. 7 fakes the handoff to 22. She either has the option to hand it off to 22, the option to run it herself, or have the option to pass it to one of her receivers. But if you've been watching this, game from start to finish, you know that Japan has not passed out of that, but they've been getting a lot of yards. But watch this. Great job. She looked like a baby Lamar Jackson out there. All right, we got number 10. Going to number 2. They're about a yard to 2. Oh, never mind. They got into the end zone. Oh, they came down to score with 44 seconds left. 22 just went straight to the flats. Does a great job of catching it, avoiding number 3 with the tackle and stretching that ball out. Y'all see how she got that ball stretched out. Get over the end zone. So we got Japan taking the lead for the first time in the second half. They're up 41-40, going for the 1-point conversion, and that is incomplete. It is 41-40. Let's see if Austria can come down right now. And this quarterback who has been playing superb this whole game, let's see if she can lead a game-winning drive and go ahead and put that on her resume. Let's check this off. Let's see what Austria's offense has left in store with 37 seconds left. They need to get in this end zone down 1, but let's see what Austria can come up with right here. All right, so we got number 10 going down the middle of the field. Incomplete pass to number 16. Bobble pass. And let's see if she used her hands, if she would have caught that. I think she let the ball, here's 16 over here. I think she let the ball get too much on her. Yep. You see, if she went with her hands, it would have been an easier catch instead of trying to wait for it to come to your body. That force from the ball, that force from the pass from the quarterback, that's going to make it harder to catch it on your body, because when it hits your body, it'll bounce off because of all that force and momentum that you have. But that has to be a catch right now. You have to make that, being down 1 point with 33 seconds left. But let's see if Austria can capitalize right here. We got number 10 back on 4th down, going down the middle of the field to number 4 and number 21, who made the play earlier that I gave her props on the sideline by forcing the receiver out on the sideline, and it was an incomplete pass. She makes the play of the game, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. Number 10, here we go. Follow the cursor. This was the play, the game-saving play right here by number 21. So we have number 10 under center. We have 2-1 right here, and I believe that was 6 that she went to. So here we go. They're going to just run a deep crosser. Number 21, look at that, does a great job of being on a receiver's hip, seeing the football and playing through her hands. Incomplete pass. I'm out of running back from the top so you can see it. Great defense by number 21. Great fight from Japan, never quitting, being down to Austria and coming back. And look, they won this bronze game. Shout out to Japan. Oh my gosh, they didn't have no quit. All they knew was fight in this game. They knew that they could not let each other down. They knew that they came here for one specific goal, and that was to place 3rd in the IFAF Flag Football World Championships in 2024. Shout out to Team Japan for winning this by a final score of 41-40. Oh my gosh, this was mind-blowing. But look, y'all already know how the Main Thing podcast feels about girls and flag football. We're going to continue to uplift this sport. We're going to continue to spotlight this sport, and we're going to continue to spearhead this sport and be front and center with it. But look, this was an amazing football game. Also, shout out to Austria for a competitive ball game. It was lost in the final seconds, but look, this is a teaching moment. If you don't want this feeling again, you got to go back to the drawing board and fix and correct those mistakes. But man, oh man, this is some amazing football that we have right here, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. Again, one more time, shout out to Team Japan for defeating Austria 41-40 in the IFAF Women's Flag Football World Championships of 2024. But look, To our loyal supporters, thank you, thank you, thank you. You know the vibes. Y'all know it's always love. Thank you for y'all continued support because none of this is able to happen without the support from you all. And to our new supporters, welcome to the community and our family. Let's continue to do our part as a community and a family and continue to be responsible. Please continue to like the videos. It does help with the visibility in the algorithm. Disrespect that comment section. Share and subscribe to the community and our content. And last but not least, you're not going to forget to do this because what would I be if I don't remind you? Make sure to turn on them noties, aka the notifications, and keep your ears and eyes peeled to the streets like your local neighborhood watch. Wow. So you don't miss when me and Big Hus drop this pressure on y'all. But look, y'all, to all of our supporters and family, I hope that this week has started off beautifully for y'all. I hope that you all continue to focus on your plan and not your mood. Remember, as long as you have God and faith, do not let anybody tell you that you aren't able to achieve what you want to achieve. If anybody is projecting negative energy on you, that's them battling themselves eternally and projecting negative energy on y'all. Y'all stay away from that. You always surround yourself with positive energy, positive vibes, and positive people. And look, always remember to create so that you can consume. Because if you're not creating, you can't consume anything. You see what I'm saying? So look, always remember to stick to your plan and not your mood. Always have a idea and a plan that you want to go and attack. And look, you can become anything that you want to become. But again, before I get out of here, it was a pleasure doing this reaction for y'all. And look, if y'all don't know by now, I'll go ahead and remind you again. I'll go by Mr. Owns, and this is the Main Thing Podcast Presents, where we keep the main thing, from action pack to jam pack when it comes to girls flag football and flag football in general. Just know the Main Thing Podcast Presents always, and I mean always, got your back. And until next time, y'all know it's been love.